What's up, everyone? MTL Sports Podcast here. This is your boy Markyll. We're gonna try to start something new here. I know we tried this before with the emergency podcast, but I'm gonna try to start doing some Saturday, what we call MTL Saturday Specials. Just like little short clips or just like a little video, just explain like a single topic or something. Not gonna take too long, maybe like a 10 to 15 minute video. Not a full episode, just covering a topic or two. But for the first one, MTL Sports Saturday Special, we're going to talk about the Lakers. You know, if you guys know me, you know I'm all about Go James, Go James. But the Lakers, they're not my favorite team, but I do support Go James. So if he's on the Lakers, I'm going to support him. You know, my team is the Heatles. You know, Heat culture, we're all about it here. But definitely do support the Lakers in some capacity. So we're going to talk about them. They're kind of not the hottest item in the NBA. Of course, that's going to be the Thunder. That's going to be, the Knicks are 3-0 since they made the OG trade. Beat up on the Sixers last night. I'm recording on Saturday afternoon, so they beat up on the Sixers last night. Things are looking good for them. You know, Siakam, he's on the trade market. The Kings were ramping up the trade for him, then backed out last minute. So, you know, a trade's going to be imminent, and we'll talk about that next week on the next episode. But for today's episode, we're going to talk about the Lakers. The Lakers, I think they're like, I don't know the exact record, but they had not won many games since the in-season tournament, in which they did win when they beat the Pacers, handily, of course. They have not won many games. Players are frustrated. Darvin Ham's frustrated. LeBron's definitely frustrated. Like you said last night, that they suck. They suck really bad. And, I mean, if you think about it, I think I read a stat like the other day that if you compare this year to last year, I mean, last year they were definitely down in the dumps. You know, they had Westbrook at this time. They had Pat Bev. Who else did they have? They had a few other guys that they got rid of at the trade deadline, but before they totally transformed that team at the trade deadline. So I think they were on if you compare this season to last season, they were only like 2 to 3 games better at the same point in time. And then last year they were dealing with more injuries. I mean, I think Anthony Davis was out at this time, so it was just LeBron and Russ. So. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a hot topic, not the hottest one, but I think it's one that I can speak a lot about. So let's dig into it. I think firstly, let's just pull up their record so you guys have a sense of where they are in the Western Conference. Because at one point they were top 6, and then steadily they've just, I mean, it's sad like how far. I think they're 10th or 11th now. They're down there with the Warriors, the Grizzlies. Some of these other teams who are struggling. So let's look at the Western Conference. The Lakers are actually 11 now. The Warriors are 10th. They won last night. Lakers lost 4 in a row. Only won 2 of the last 10 games. Not good at all. The Jazz are right there creeping up on them. The Grizzlies with Ja They've been pretty decent. They won last night against the Lakers. Even though Ja was in foul trouble, they still kept it close. Desmond Bane was just ripping threes from all over the court. I mean, this man was hitting logo threes. I don't even know what was going on. I think he had like 11 assists at halftime. Like some insane play from him. But I mean, the Lakers at one point were like guaranteed into the playoffs, and then some of these teams are starting to pull away. So, and the Suns are starting to get their groove on too. So, it's make or break it time. I mean, it honestly is. You gotta. I mean, the West is tough because the Jazz are competitive. The Grizzlies are going to start being competitive again. We're not worried about these two teams. They're trash. Sorry, Wemby. Sorry, not sorry, Trailblazers, because you took at the end of the day you took a bad deal. I'm not sorry for you. Okay. Mavs are doing better. Kyrie's back. They're starting to play a little bit better. Kings might make a move, might not. Clippers have been the talk of the town in LA because they've been playing absolutely extremely well. Kawhi has resurged. James Harden is playing all-star caliber basketball right now as the point guard. Russ is the sixth man of the year right now, in my eyes. Actually, no, I take that back. I say Jaime Jaquez unless he keeps starting, but we'll see about that. But yeah, the Lakers and a lot of these talking heads are saying, you know, some of them are saying blow it up, but you get Bill Simmons who said you should send LeBron back to Miami because they were recruiting his son right now anyway, so they're probably gonna draft his son, so just send him back. He was always gonna go back to Miami anyway. Like, some of these guys are just idiots. Don't listen to them. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're just doing this for clicks and likes and retweets and reposts and whatever that stuff is called now on X and Twitter or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing, Darvin Ham is not the problem. So the people also that are saying, hey, we gotta, they gotta get rid of Darvin Ham. You brought the dude in last year. He had a broken roster. He kept you guys close to 500. Then you make the moves. Rod made some fantastic moves at the deadline. I'm not gonna say he swindled teams, but he definitely did better than I think everyone thought he would do. And then D Ham got that team to the Western Conference Finals. I think they were like top 3 in defense, in total defense, throughout that second half of the season. I mean, you gotta give the man credit. You can't just start dumping on him now. Although I will say, people are right to criticize him for his lineups because they have been trash. If you look back to last year when he was running those 3-guard lineups with Russ, Pat Bev, and Austin Reeves, which are atrocious. Now it's this year, he's just running all 4 lineups. Like, and sometimes they work. Some teams they will work against, but for the most part, we can't have Vando, we can't have Torian Prince, you can't have Cam Reddish. All on us. They all do the same thing. They're 3. Well, Vando's not even 3. They're just defensive players. And Gilbert Arenas, he said some questionable things, all right. But he is right about one thing. You can't have 3 guys on the court and give you 4 points, 6 points, 7 points a night. It's like, why are they there? Because you can grab a guy off the street, they can give you 2-3 points. So why are you paying guys a couple $1 million? And yeah, they play defense, but there's 2 sides of the ball. You gotta be able to score as well. So you can't have Torian Prince go, I think the other night before the Memphis game, the previous game, he was like 0 from 6 from 3, which is like most of the shots he takes is kick out threes. You going 0 for 6 and playing mediocre defense, it's not sufficient enough. It's not good enough for this team. And I like how they inserted Austin Reeves back into the starting lineup because they, D Ham is finally starting to listen. This team needs more scoring in the starting lineup. I think before they were only getting like 60-some points in the starting lineup. That's not good enough. And AD and LeBron were accounting for 50 of them because they're both averaging 25 right now. So, I mean, that's just not sustainable. You basically getting 10 to 15 points from the rest of your starting lineup. That's not okay. I understand D'Lo, liability defensively, and he's kind of wish-washy when it comes to scoring as well. So I understand why he's still on the bench. Was it a good signing to keep him? I think so, because he's an asset. You can flip him later on, which I think they will, because I don't think long-term D'Lo, he's just not consistent enough. And he's enough of a vet to understand that, and for whatever reason, he just still doesn't come in night in, night out. He shows up one night, disappears the next week. I mean, you can't have that in LA. So, but Austin Reeves has been consistent after, the beginning of the year. He was kind of, you could tell he was tired from USA basketball. That definitely took a toll on his body, and I think it was more about just like being tired and kind of like getting into the group of NBA, because FIBA is slightly different from the NBA, slightly different rules. So it's kind of a different mindset you got to put yourself in when you get back into NBA. So give him a slight pass there. He's playing better now. But I think the biggest thing is consistency in the lineups. I think definitely we got to, or not we, but the Lakers got to give Max Christie some more minutes, which D-Ham's starting to give him more minutes. I mean, as far as scores and people who can actually play a little bit of defense, like, he's at the top of the list. I don't mind Torian Prince and Cam Reddish playing, especially Cam Reddish. Like, I think he needs to be in there. because he's definitely 3-and-D. Like if he's in the corner, he's knocking down threes. He plays defense. He hustles. He's like him and Reeves are the only two people that hustle really. Vando will hustle, but Vando doesn't give you anything offensively, and it doesn't look like he's looking to expand his repertoire. So I find it hard to play him right now. Christian Wood, I mean, he's okay. Definitely not doing as well as I thought he would do. Being on the Lakers, I thought they would run the Twin Towers lineup more often, but it doesn't seem to work, honestly. So, I mean, the biggest thing is just keeping the consistency, giving some of those guys I just pointed out, give them the minutes. Let's take minutes away from Vando. Let's take minutes away from Taurean Prince, unfortunately, because you don't do much more besides shoot threes and play okay defense. Let's take minutes away from him. Let's give minutes to Christie. We're starting Reeves, so that's good. Keep Cam in the starting lineup. That's good. Who else? You got the rookie JSH. I don't think he should. I mean, he should play sparingly, but I mean, Gabe Vincent would help a lot. But I still don't think that would truly fix the issue here, because they were doing just fine without Gabe Vincent last year. So I think him is just like icing on the top. I feel like we still baking the cake right now, and the ingredients are all messed up. We haven't been able to find the right mixture yet. So a trade does need to happen. I know. I think it was either First Take or NBA Countdown where a couple of the talking heads are saying a trade doesn't need to happen. Listen here. A damn trade needs to happen, all right? I mean, they don't have enough scoring. The 3-point shooting is still near the bottom of the league. Last year, they were at the bottom of the league. It honestly cost them that Nuggets series, because the Nuggets are just hitting threes, and the Lakers are just banking on the refs getting them free throws. And you're not going to win. You can win some games doing that, just winning the free throw battle. You're going to win. You're going to win some games, all right? You're going to win games here and there. But will you win a series? No, because we all know the home team will get more calls than the away team. In a series, if you don't have home court advantage, that means you're only going to get advantageous free throws 3 of the games. Maybe you sneak in a home game, but 3 of the games. That's just not going to work, and it's not even guaranteed that you're going to win the. I mean, it's not even guaranteed, but you're going to get majority of the calls at home, but it's not guaranteed that you will still even win that the free throw line. So the 3-point shooting, like, they need a shooter, and they're throwing names out here. I'm sure everyone's heard Levine. Siakam's been thrown around a little bit. DeJounte Murray, which. I don't think. I think he's just another Austin Reeves. I don't think it really changes anything. So when I look at some of these names, and then Levine doesn't work for me either, because I think he's just a big cap number and he's too inconsistent. Number one, too injury prone. Number two, and I think number three. I mean. Honestly, he's not much. I mean, scoring wise, of course, he's gonna be better than Reeves, but like in terms of like the contract, if we were to like compare a contract to actual like numbers putting up, I don't think it's. I mean, the Bulls had to give him the supermax, unless he was gonna walk otherwise, but I don't think he's. It's hard to say a guy's not worth a supermax, because guys should get the money, but. If I was a GM, I wouldn't have given him the supermax. That's all I'm trying to say. So, as the hypothetical GM in this situation, I don't think it's smart to trade for a guy who I wouldn't even give a supermax to begin with. So this is what I propose. You gotta go get Kyle Kuzma again. I think Kyle Kuzma. I think he was the ingredient. I mean, in the bubble, he was that guy. In the bubble, I mean, he was being, rightfully so at some times. He was being criticized before the bubble during that same season. Once they traded away all the other young guys, people were like, oh, why you kept Kuzma? There's a reason why they kept Kuzma. Kuzma was a scorer. That's what he knew. He knew how to score. And at times, he would score a lot. And at times he would score a little bit, and then you just be frustrated. So they shipped him out. They got Russ, thinking that would help. They were wrong. But now look at him. He's had a couple years to develop in Washington. It's safe to say Kuzma's has developed well. He honestly is probably borderline all-star in the East, because I don't think there's too many forwards that are worthy at this point, because everyone's basically going out west. So he's borderline all-star, borderline. He's fit in as a third piece the whole time in Washington. Meanwhile, if you go back, it was Beal, then KP, then Kuzma, and they all averaged 20 last season, which is impressive, very impressive. One of the few teams who had 3 20-point scores. And so far this season, he's been able to acclimate and play with Jordan Poole, who just chucks shots up, to be honest. And then Tyus Jones handles most of the ball handling responsibilities. So Kuzma still doesn't really have the ball that much in his hands, because it's mostly Tyus Jones and Poole with the ball. So he's still getting his shots, still getting his looks. He's still averaging 20. I mean, we can look at it right now. I'm pretty sure he's still averaging 20, if not damn near close. Because I know Poole went through like a little rough stretch. 22 points per game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. The Lakers need that. The Lakers need that. I'm going to say it again. The Lakers need that. Now, here's the thing. I don't think the Lakers have enough assets, so they're going to have to make a decision. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough decision, but I think it's worth it. I think Kyle Kuzma is like on a 4-year, $80 million contract, or 4 years, $90 million. So it's not a supermax. You're getting a 22 point per game score on like a little bit above $20 million per year. So you're going to have to put some salaries together, and the Lakers only have but so many salaries. I think you know where I'm going with this one. Would the Wizards want D'Angelo? No, they already have like three guards on the team. They got Wright, they got Tyus Jones, they got Jordan Poole. They don't need D'Lo. They wouldn't take him. So who does that leave you with? Vando potentially, but I don't think they have enough forwards as it is as well. They have Gafford. They have Kespert. They have Denny. They have Gallinari. Like Vando isn't in their future. But they would take Austin Reeves. I believe the Wizards would take Austin Reeves. So I think this will have to include Austin Reeves. You're going to have to give up the last first rounder, though. And from these talking heads, I heard the Lakers don't want to give up that last first rounder. But I think that last first rounder is going to have to be given up. And then you're going to have to throw in a player or two, probably give them JSH. And I just said they don't want a point guard, but hey, they don't want an old point guard. Now they have a project. They might want him because he has a rookie cap. And then they most likely going to move off of Tyus Jones and Wright anyway. So let's just, slide this rookie in, give him some playing time, see what his potential is, and we move from there. So I can see that working if the cap numbers work out. I could see that deal happening. Honestly, I don't know if it's going to match up, if it will go through, but a framework of that sort would definitely do it. I think Kuzma would be perfect for the Lakers now. He's developed. He's more mature. He's already played alongside LeBron and AD, so he would just fit right back in. And now that he rebounds, and now that he's a consistent 20 point per square game, maybe it slightly goes down to like 18, but that's okay. He's shown that he can play off the ball. He's shown that he can actually score without ball dominating, like he was kind of trying to keep doing in his first stint in LA, where he was mostly trying to dominate the ball. And, basically was hinting at, he can't score if he doesn't get the ball. I think now will be the great fit. I think now's the time to come back to LA. He's on the trading block. The Wizards are primed to get off of Kuzma. He was re-signed to use as an asset for them to get more picks back. You might not get picks in this one. You might get a pick. I think the Lakers have a couple seconds as well, so maybe they throw in a first and then like 2 seconds. Because OG just went for 1 second. So 2 seconds. Basically a second equals a 1 now. I don't know where this logic is coming from because these teams are getting these ridiculous deals, and then some teams the asking price is this, and then some teams the asking price is this. So I don't even know what a first is worth. I don't even know what a second is worth anymore. So, but I think that's the biggest deal that they can do, and the cheapest because it won't cost them gutting their entire roster. It's just going to cost them Reeves and probably another player. Other moves around the league, I don't think Siakam works with AD. I think it's just not enough spacing. They need shooting. Kuzma provides shooting. Like I said, Levine's just too big of a number. Other guys that would be available. They're out of the Donovan Mitchell. They don't have enough first rounders for that. Jordan Clarkson would be decent, but I don't think he wouldn't be good as Kuzma. So yeah, with that being said, I think it's Kyle Kuzma, and I think this is something that I haven't seen or heard from anybody in the media, all these talking heads, all these analysts, insiders. I don't think anyone's even hinted at this as a possibility. And this is just my opinion. I'm not reporting anything, but I think this would be definitely a big move for sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This is going to be a YouTube only video, so make sure you go on YouTube. You're going to be watching this on YouTube, so make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is the MTL Sports Podcast Saturday Special 1. Let me know what you guys think about if we should keep doing these, if you want to see Lawrence on these as well, or should we alternate? Maybe Lawrence does a week. Well, one Saturday, I do a Saturday, and then maybe at the end of the month we do a Saturday together. Give us some ideas. Your ideas definitely will help make the show better because you guys are a part of the show. So we greatly appreciate that, all the feedback, all that good stuff. But yeah, signing off. This is Markyll, MTL Sports Podcast Saturday Special number 1, and we out. Hello there, and welcome to the MTL Sports Podcast. Thank you for watching this video clip of one of our most recent episodes. Please drop a like, drop a comment in the comment section below, and also please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with the most recent MTL Sports Podcast content. For those that don't know, we are also available on Spotify for those who listen audio only. Once again, thank you so much, and this is the MTL Sports Podcast. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here.